to have this assumed big tent republicanism and conservatives, they're going to lower their standards and values to have people in there, this witch come in and take the stage. And once again, judging the left, oh, look at what they're doing, these nasty people, but they're going to have a person take the stage who founded the slut walk.
Come on,
who's a Satanist, pro-abortion, pro-perversion of marriage, perversion of chromosomes and all that sort of stuff. They're all for that, but see, the thing is, they celebrate her. They're not interested in bringing her to Christ. They're interested because they brought her to Trump, the MAGA Messiah.
Come on now.
Right? And this is one of the reasons why we fail. This is why we fail in the culture. As I've said before, see, Democrats do the wrong thing in the right order. They're spiritual, they are cultural, and then they're political. That's the right order. Republicans do things backwards. They think that politically we're going to change the direction of this country, right? And then it's gonna, and the politicians are gonna strong arm the culture into behaving the way that we want them to behave as Americans, right? And then from there we'll have like God Bless America or something like that, that will qualify as our prayers. Oh, God bless America and one nation under God. Okay, I said my prayers. That was me being spiritual, right? Now Democrats are spiritual first. They answer to their demons. All right, just because they're spiritual don't mean they're holy. All right, they answer to their demons, and that goes into the culture. And their cultural representation is reflected in their politics. And that's how who's running the country. They're running things, So you can have these people, coming in and having. You can have them have a president like Joe Biden. Joe Biden is supposed to be everything that they hate. Right, everything. He's white. He's privileged. He's old.
Right? I thought I was going crazy. He is a white old straight man. Aren't you supposed to hate old men?
That's right. Now here's the thing with Kamala and what's going on, folks. All this is a further manifestation of what was put in generations ago. A little thing called the Negro Project.
Come on now.
This was founded. One of the founders of the Negro Project was a Democrat named Margaret Sanger, who also founded Planned Parenthood. Now, I'm not, for a lot of folks, I'm not telling y'all anything that you don't know. We've been touting this for a long time. Yes, Margaret Sanger, Democrat, founder of what was, I think it was the Women's League or something like that, but it became Planned Parenthood. And she made it clear, we don't want the word to go out to the Negro population that we're trying to exterminate them. We will use the colored minister to keep the more rebellious in line. Now, when we say minister, we're talking about people of influence, right? People who are going to talk to the black folk and keep them in line. So you're going to have
what people forget, I don't mean to interrupt you, what people forget that back then, family, church, and men had the influence. So she was going straight for it wasn't no one cared about the blues player Billy Jack Thorne elbow playing, like no one cared about him if they daddy was at the house. But anyway, get back to it.
Indeed, and the same stuff is going on today. These people are all fulfillments of the agenda that she put in place. That agenda was rocket boosted by the Democrat LBJ. I'll have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. So we see these things in the culture, and this is where Republicans drop the ball, because Republicans say there's no systemic racism in America. There's no white supremacy, and there's no white privilege, right? Is all you doing is giving the Democrats a pass, right? You saying that this stuff, and Democrats are doing it right under our nose. The prison industrial complex, real thing. Kamala Harris, proved that in California. Right. Yep. So there is a prison industrial complex, and they have trustees, black folks who get out there and do the dirty work for the invisible empire known as the Democrat Party, and personally embodied in the KKK. That's who they are. So you have these people who are doing these things, and they could do it in plain sight, and people still don't see it. That's why they aptly called themselves the invisible empire. And it's mostly invisible to the Republican Party, unfortunately.
I think you think it's invisible, or you think it's a willful blindness to the fact that the Republican Party or it encourages conservative Christians are going to have to do something different when it comes to the culture. Why is this so appealing to black people? And I'm using this language because it's common language. I don't like it. High melanated people. Why is it so appealing? Why can't Quavo, Nella, and Megan the Pony star and Kanye and all, why do they garner or why do they get so much attention about their political views when you know they don't even think about that? It's about the money. Why is bouncing your booty more important than being a brain surgeon? Why is it more important than being a godly father? Why is it more important than being a godly mother and a homemaker? Why is it more important than being someone who supports their husband, who wants to? Why is those things being elevated? Being a weed smoking, gun toting thug, gangster. You know what I mean? I want to be Ice Cube with my iced tea, you know, eating M&Ms like I'm Fat Joe. You feel me? Like, why is all that so much more important than and I think it's because what you said there, the left or the brood of vipers, Serpent University, the brood of vipers that is the devil's kingdom, does a good job of making sure they're his people, and you know the perverted his people worship him and give him honor and glory. Then they evangelize everyone else to do the same, but they don't do it with paper and pencil, or video, or paper and pencil and tracks. They do it with paper and pencil and music tracks, paper and pencils and movie scripts, paper and pencil and artwork, paper and pencil and cartoons, paper and pencil and comic books. They're doing their proselytizing through media, through culture, through books, through all these things, which makes Megan the horseback rider look appealing to single women, to males, because you know, if she bounced her butt 5 times, we got the male vote. Black man definitely like weed smoking, butt pumping, all that stuff. So we got him. Like, it's so stupid.